The owner of the trash company is going to come by and says he's going to fix this. As you can see, I smashed the living hell out of my corrugated pipe. Here's the shape of the other one that's untouched. And here's the shape of the one that they damaged. And you can notice that this bush here is all flattened out and pushed down into the wash. That's what happens when you drive over it with many tons of pressure. And there's been buildup here. Every time there's a flood, it keeps building up more and more material here because it can't flow through. So here's the before shot. We'll see what he wants to get done today. Hopefully he's as genuine as he purported to be yesterday when he stopped by and said, I'll take care of all this, and he apologized. But this is going to be a lot of work. The other thing that happened, so you can see all the rock got washed away because that culvert pipe was not able to do its job. And all this rock right here was all nice and filled in. I did this all myself by hand. The other thing is, you can see these huge tire tracks through here. That was done by a great big trash truck. Now yesterday he said he wasn't going to do that, but it's damaged by his company and they ignored me for over 18 months. He only come yesterday because I threatened him with a lawsuit. I called the cops and the cops said the only thing you can do is sue him, because this is not criminal. I said, fair enough. So the tools of the trade are video. You can see how huge that track is. It's got to be at least, what, 16, 15 inches wide? Yeah. So, anyway, we'll see what happens today. They'll be here any minute. And we'll do an after video. Oh yeah, you can see how flat that bush is. That thing was sitting up 6 feet straight up. And they bowled that sucker over flat. This section and that section, all in one tire, came over, and I was right up there on the deck with my girlfriend, and we watched it happen. You can see the diameter of the two culverts is greatly different because it got damaged. Otherwise, they're the same. Now the damage you see on that right one, that was there when I moved here. But these are both, I don't know, 24, 30-inch culvert pipes. Anyway, the other thing that's pretty obvious is in order to get all the way up to these pipes, to the culvert pipes, that's got to be 80 feet, 100 feet up my property. Where the rock is my property, where the dirt is the road. So, anyway, that's a preliminary view of, we'll see what changes today. Thanks, see you, bye. And this is after. Yeah, a little staggering, isn't it? They bent that culvert pipe back up, the one on the right, bent it up and cut out all the junk and roots, and there was a lot of buildup in front of it. They used the biggest floor jack I've ever seen in my life. That thing was like 6 feet long, and they used a Porta-Power. That did a lot of it, because that upper lip wasn't just down, it was bent down and inward. So the Porta-Power is what got it pushed out. I had them do the other thing they did, which didn't take much. They just threw some rock in it. Is that area that the water had washed away all the rocks, so he filled that in for me. And he told me yesterday he wasn't going to fix this deep tire track that one of his trucks left. And I said, yeah, you're going to fix that, right? And he's like, okay. I knew he didn't want to, but I'm sorry, it was one of his, because I don't own anything that big. Anyway, infinitely better improvement. Chopped out some of the old tree. I guess they call that a greasewood tree. Around here it's already starting to grow upward again. Yeah, you can even tell from up here the view's a lot different. It got cracked a little bit because there was a fold on the edge that came from something in the past, but it's nice and open now, and it'll flow good water through it now, because it was really bad. You see how this is coming and angling over this way? That's because it was so plugged up, and it wasn't even that big of a flood last time. So anyway, it's fixed. I'm happy they took care of it, and we're all done here. So that's it for me. See you, bye.